Right, RB, the second Red Bull team that will be rebranded to Racing Bulls in 2025. But how did they perform in 2024? Well, it's been a real mixed bag for them. Another team that had 3 drivers throughout this season, of course, beginning the campaign with both Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo in the cars. But Liam Lawson stepped up to replace Ricciardo from the United States Grand Prix. RB did show some excellent pace at times, and they were very much in the battle for 6th place and kind of a best of the rest position, if you will, throughout most of this campaign until Haas obviously overtake them, and then Alpine incredibly got that double podium in Sao Paulo, which really put pay to RB's aspirations of getting higher than 8th place in the Constructors Championship. Overall, I'd say this season they were better than in 2023. I mean, they finished in 8th place overall in 2023 as well, but they almost got double the points as what they managed a year prior as AlphaTauri. So it's definitely been an improvement for them, but I wouldn't say it's been enough to say that they've been above average. I'd say they've been about where they should be. 8th place overall in the Constructors. If they manage to get 7th, I might give them a B potentially, but overall, I'm going to grade the team as a C. But what about their drivers? Well, Tsunoda for me has definitely outperformed his car at times. I think he's had an incredible job this season. 12th overall in the drivers' standings, 30 points to his name, scoring points on a semi-regular basis, scoring them much more regular than his teammate Daniel Ricciardo, and also scoring them much more regularly as well than the person who eventually became his teammate throughout the rest of the season, Liam Lawson, although the pace of the car did taper off towards the end of the campaign. Overall, for me, Lawson did a decent job this season. He came in and he was definitely an improvement over Daniel Ricciardo, but he didn't really show as well at times really than he did in the previous year. But then again, the car was overall not as good, I don't think, in 2024 at the end of the season anyway, compared to what it was at the end of 23. 23 they started out really badly and got better. I'd say it was the opposite in 2024 actually, and I think Lawson is going to be relatively struggling next season in the Red Bull. Personally, I think he'll do a good job, but it's going to be really a big learning curve for him, for a guy who has not even had a full season of Grand Prix racing under his belt, not even half a season really, even if you aggregate all his races together. So for me overall, Lawson about middle of the road, Tsunoda above average, Ricciardo, maybe I'm being generous, but I've put a D grade, and the reason why I've put him as a D grade personally, I could totally get why you might put him as an F, because he has failed in a sense. He did get sacked partway through the season. I don't think he was that terrible. He wasn't good enough, and I totally understand why he was replaced, but there were some flashes of relative brilliance there at times. 8th place in Canada was pretty good. He also got, 4th place in the Miami Sprints. There were some flashes of brilliance there. Overall, not good enough, of course. I'm not going to say that he deserved to stay in F1, and I'm glad he's out of the sport. You know, that chapter in his life is done now. He's given it 2 good goes, and it didn't work out in his 2nd attempt. Tsunoda, for me, definitely should feel aggrieved for getting missed out for that Red Bull promotion. Lawson done an alright job overall. I can see why some people might put him as a bit higher than that personally, but I think C is about right given his performances. But it's never easy coming in partway through the season, and especially as an inexperienced driver like he is as well. So overall for me, RB about middle of the road, a pass mark, a C.